In order to avoid being discovered by the enemy, the man actually pressed his own heart to make himself appear to be in a state of false death. But what Jotaro never expected was that Dio was so cautious. Even after confirming that Jotaro had no heartbeat, he still wanted to launch another full power attack. At this critical moment, Polnareff, who was hiding in the dark, suddenly appeared. With lightning speed, he thrust the long sword into Dio's hair. However, just as Polnareff thought that Dio was definitely going to die, he didn't expect that Dio would use his time-stopping ability again. Then Dio slowly slid his head along the sword blade, and the wound on his forehead quickly healed. Then with a punch, Dio sent Polnareff flying hundreds of meters. Polnareff struggled a couple of times after falling to the ground and then became still. Then Dio picked up the road sign again, preparing to deal with Polnareff first before handling Jotaro. Seeing this, Jotaro was extremely anxious. He had originally planned to play dead until the last moment and then take the opportunity to blow up Dio with a punch. But at this time, Polnareff was in imminent danger. But if he once exposed his fake death state, he was afraid that Dio would never enter the range of Star Platinum again. If that happened, all the previous efforts would be in vain. At this time, Jotaro's brain was turning at high speed. Just as Dio was about to deal a fatal blow to Polnareff, Jotaro's finger suddenly moved. This also made the sensitive Dio quickly retreat to a safe distance. The cautious him fell into contemplation again. Was Jotaro really dead or faking death? Just as his brain was about to crash, a pistol suddenly aimed at Dio. It turned out to be two police officers who came after hearing the commotion, but they didn't know that their time of death was approaching. After easily taking care of one person, Dio threatened the other police officer to aim at Jotaro's vital point and shoot. As a bullet was fired, the fallen Jotaro still didn't move a bit. Seeing this, Dio also relaxed a bit, but what he didn't know was that the fired bullet had already been caught by Star Platinum's hand. Just as his plan was about to succeed, the suspicious Dio actually lay on the ground, intending to listen for whether Jotaro still had a heartbeat. Seeing that the situation was not good, Jotaro hurriedly controlled Star Platinum to forcibly stop his heart. As the heartbeat stopped, Jotaro also immediately fell into a state of false death, but doing so was very dangerous. Once the heartbeat was stopped for a long time, he would completely die. But fortunately, after 2.5 seconds, the cunning Dio also completely believed that Jotaro was dead. But just in case, he picked up the road sign again, ready to launch a final attack on Jotaro. Seeing this, Jotaro was instantly flustered. He immediately controlled Star Platinum to perform CPR on himself. As the heartbeat, blood immediately flowed throughout the body. But at this time, Dio was still completely unaware that danger was about to come. However, just as he picked up the road sign and was about to chop down, an unexpected change suddenly occurred.